This time I would like us to consider two PPFs which are somewhat different to the norm. This PPF is convex to the origin and thus of course must show a falling opportunity cost as we increase the production. We can see that if we start with specialisation in brewing and then move some resources out to begin our textile production, the loss of output might be significant. But producing our final 10 units of textiles could be done at a sacrifice of very few units of brewing. A falling opportunity cost like this might be explained by increasing specialisation. In other words, resources become better at producing each product as we put more of them in. In other words, we get increasing returns from our resource allocation. The most interesting PPF is this one, which I've not yet completed. Imagine an economy producing some coal and some legal services. If we think of reducing the output of one good and hopefully increasing the output of another, whether we can increase the output of another good of course depends upon whether our resources have alternative uses. In the two PPFs from the previous diagram and this PPF, all those three PPFs slope down because scarce resources have alternative uses. In the case here, and this might well face a country which is moving its structure of production from say the primary sector to the secondary or even the tertiary sector, we might find that our resources have only one use at a time, and thus taking coal miners out of coal mining might result in no increase in legal services at all. In other words, the opportunity cost of these resources used in coal is actually zero. Interestingly, this was an argument put to Mrs. Thatcher during the miners' strike of 1984, that perhaps it would be worthwhile keeping coal miners mining since their alternative use was not legal services, in fact was only unemployment. Mrs. Thatcher resisted such an argument because she felt that while this might be true in the short run, in the long run those factors of production could retrain and have alternative uses, and furthermore the sons and daughters of coal miners should realise that the future was not in coal mining but rather importing coal and specialisation in the higher value added legal services.